Hold it, no, hold it, normal. Me a big smile.
Hi, I'm Dylan Soin and I'm a 14-year-old rock climber from the Northern Beaches in Sydney, Australia, and I've been climbing for 4 years.
Dylan's family moved to Australia from the UK when he was 4 years old, and he threw himself into climbing to help cope with the change. He's the youngest person in the country at 14 years old to send a V12/13 boulder, and he's won multiple youth national championships. Outdoor climbing is his passion. From hard sport routes to tricky boulders, he's also seeing off the classics, like this V5 in the Grampians.
So the Australian climbing scene, although it is quite small, it's growing day by day. And I think this is because of the amount of climbing gyms opening all around Sydney or other areas. So people who haven't been introduced to the sport now have easy access to it, go and do it with their friends and get into it, which is really cool. And I think there's a lot of high quality crags all around Australia, including Nowra, the Blue Mountains, and even just local bouldering areas all around Sydney that are world class.
Dylan is a big presence on the Australian climbing scene. His skills are undeniable. Check him out cruising this V11.
Nice. Come on, Dylan. Come on, Dylan. Come on. Nice. Come on. Come on, Dylan. Yes. Come on, Dylan. Come on, Dylan. Finish it, man. Come on. Come on, Dylan. Come on, Dylan. Get it done. Yeah.
It's not just his achievements that are impressive. The way he's championing the Australian scene and bringing motivation to those around him are hallmarks of a future pro.
What the hell? Dude, that's insane, bro.
We were contacted by filmmaker Lucas Corroto, who has featured Dylan in his latest film. This footage is from Lucas's film The Most Psyched. It explores Dylan's journey to send his first 8B or 513D sport route, physical graffiti at South Central Crag in Norway.
Physical basically sums up Nowra climbing. It's short and bouldery, and it may be easy to do individual moves, but linking just a few of these sequences can feel impossible. The crux sequence of physical graffiti is super weird. It's really powerful without it being necessarily big moves, and the holds are facing the complete wrong way. This traverse boulder just felt impossible for me. No! I tried others better, but none of it would work for me. I spent an entire session just trying to figure out this move. Being 5 foot, I often had to figure out my own short person beta. In the film, I managed to climb my 8B project, which was definitely a mental battle more than a physical battle. I knew I could do it, I knew I had the strength, but I was just battling with my mind because it was such a long process and it was frustrating, but you also had to stay positive at the same time because you couldn't get frustrated at the climb. Otherwise, you just keep on falling. So it was definitely my longest project to date, and it definitely helped expand my patience. It felt so good to clip the chains of this route because I put so much effort into it. It just felt amazing. Just the surge of emotions. I was content, I was happy, just stoked. It was so rad. Yes! Training is definitely a big part of my life because I can channel all my emotions from day-to-day life just into trying as hard as I can on the wall. And waking up in the morning feeling totally wrecked is the best feeling in the world.
Dylan is part of the Australian team, and he's aiming to get a spot at the World Youth Championships in 2021. His parents are supporting him all the way, building him a training facility at their house.
I would really love to compete in the IFSC events. They just look so cool, and the places that you go to just look amazing. And I'd like to experience that and just have fun.
Prodigies aren't new in the climbing world, but it's exciting to watch someone who has such clear potential to reach the hardest graves and make waves on the comp circuit. His goal is to send 9A in the next 2 years, and we wouldn't bet against him clipping those chains.